Trump just said his meeting with Chinese president was amazing, yet despite all the positivity, $150 million worth of crypto longs just got liquidated. Good news, bad news, neutral news. Doesn't matter anymore. That's the sentiment, everybody. It is nonstop bull news across the board, everywhere. Quantitative tightening. Jerome Powell just announced it's ending in December 1st, like in a month. Here's ADA, here's Ethereum chart falling. Here's ADA chart falling on the daily. None of this good news is pumping crypto. None of it is happening. What is the deal? I want to look at the charts in this video. I want to dissect Ethereum, ADA. I even want to look at this. This is a total 3 versus Bitcoin. But I really want to just show you what is going on. And this post lays out such a phenomenal reply to the question, why does all this bullish news not do anything? What's going on right now? I want to answer that question in this video, so hit the subscribe and like on the way in. If you're not in our intelligence system with our risk models, our exit planner, get back there. We just added Aerodrome risk model yesterday. This is a highly demanded or requested risk model from our members. We just added it and launched it yesterday, and it tells a really cool story, but that's for another video. I posted this long thread on X. I'm not going to bore you with my own posts and own content from X, but this post that I saw really does a good job, I think, of explaining some things that a lot of people are wondering right now. Good news, bad news, neutral news doesn't matter anymore. What's their game plan what's their game when it comes to the crypto market? Simple. Accumulate, accumulate, accumulate. While the average person either gets wrecked using leverage or leaves the market out of pure impatience. Average person, more like this average way of thinking, especially when it comes to crypto. We've seen crypto across the cycles, what it's done. Boom, parabolic gains. Boom, parabolic gains. All you had to do is kind of just prepare here and just boom, you're getting like 100x gains, right? People have been preparing, and what's happened? Oh man, higher highs, higher lows, frustration along the way. Here we are. Everybody's calling it the bear market. This is not a bear market, everybody. I just want to say that. But that's why this whole cycle is different. And people are getting very frustrated and fed up that the 100x gains have not been delivered. And so we're going to see this on the Ethereum chart, on the ADA chart, and I want to talk to you about that. But this is what's going on. People are getting frustrated. People are impatient. Look around. Every other major market on the planet is rallying to new all-time highs. Stocks, gold, everything. And you see it, people. People are just like, man, everything is moving except for crypto. That's more than the entire crypto market combined. He's looking at Nvidia and Apple. You really think that's normal that 2 US companies are worth more than a global phenomenon like crypto? It's all part of the same play. What happens next? They sell their altcoins to smart players at the bottom to then FOMO into overvalued stocks or gold at their peak. And this is what gold looks like right now. A lot of people probably moving to gold. S&P 500 right here. I did a video yesterday kind of just saying, hey, this was exactly what was happening last cycle, and S&P 500 can continue going. That doesn't mean crypto will be just completely sideways in that environment. But the cycle never fails. What comes next is obvious if you're paying attention. When equities and gold become crowded trades, and especially as we have over $7 trillion in money markets right now, as interest rates get ready to fall even more, and quantitative tightening comes to an end, where's the capital going to go, everybody? New capital seeks undervalued or high beta assets. Historically, crypto fits that bill. A few weeks ago, I said it, biggest liquidation event in the history of crypto, then sideways chop to drain everyone trying to relong. And I'm going to show you this on the chart. We've seen this before. Then one day out of nowhere, boom. You know what I mean? And I want to say something. There's no guarantee to this, but it's a sound thesis. It's a very good idea to have. And that's why yesterday I did a post saying I've never been more comfortable being a contrarian bull in crypto. If you think about it, they wouldn't go through this much psychological and financial warfare unless something big was waiting on the other side. I know most people are underwater, disappointed, mentally exhausted. I get it too. I understand. I see it. And even there are days when I'm frustrated too. I mean, especially even days like this, it's annoying. But go look at history. Most of crypto's gains always come in a tiny window, the final part of the cycle when no one expects it. I know it's boring, but don't leave now. Shift your focus elsewhere. And I can't highlight this enough. I should have started with this. This is what I do because I realize what the market is. I know my macro thesis, but when we're on days like this, I can't just sit here and stare at this. Like right now, I'm setting up my mining for midnight, the night token on the scavenger hunt. I'm doing other things and other businesses that I'm running. I'm trying to stay distracted because this is a mess. I get it. You look at these charts. But do that. If you are a macro bull, if you think crypto space is going to grow, and none of us know what's going to happen. But if you're here and you're like, man, I'm invested, keep doing other things, right? That are beneficial. Don't just stare at this and wait. It's like watching a pot of water boil. You stare at it, it's like it never happens. And then you go look away and boom, it's boiling. That's kind of how we need to approach this. But going to the charts now, I do just want to make note of this. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart. It is higher highs, higher lows on it. This is a daily going back to September, like September 12th here, right? And maybe we get this pump. We have a target of like 62%. I'd be very curious to see what happens on Bitcoin dominance of that area. But with everything going on right now, it is interesting to see just kind of sideways over the last week, the Bitcoin dominance chart. That's one thing. The total 3 versus Bitcoin. Just look at this. One thing I want to point out to your attention, I saw this on X yesterday, is just, and actually it might have been a different chart, but even this chart is notable. Look at this MACD line in blue crossing that signal line, the histogram going green. It's been an extended, a very long bottoming out. Very curious to see what happens at this 20-month moving average on the monthly chart. Things can shift quick. That's one chart to kind of watch. But then we go over here to the altcoin market cap chart. This is the weekly. A lot of people, again, bear market. We're in a bear market. Sentiment just keeps getting worse and worse. Sentiment is worse, everybody, than right here at an actual bear market low. I almost think sentiment is worse than the peak fear of the bear market. You remember FTX failing and falling and Celsius and SEC destroying us in the crypto space. Like all of this, the sentiment seems worse now. That, to me, after we've been in this higher high, higher low environment through quantitative tightening, that's crazy. That's a bullish signal right there. But this is very bullish, that the fear, the sentiment is almost like back here as we're testing this area of this apex. That's an altcoin market cap chart. That's one view. But we go to something like Ethereum. I want to just point this out to you. And I know we've been tracking this a while, but this has been a kind of an extended move. The breakout out of the triangle, we're revisiting the apex still. It's been in play. The 50-month moving average, the lower end of the apex, it's around $3,000, $3,100. Let's see what happens at support here at the upper trend line while fear is going crazy and sentiment is going crazy. I've never seen, I'm telling you, I've never seen the comments like they are right now. That's Ethereum on the weekly, but we go to the daily chart. It's kind of like even right now, if you go back and you go to October 10th, and this can break, right? But October 10th capitulation, we're still kind of in this like higher low move. Right now, we're kind of testing this area that Ethereum has been testing, 3,700. We might fall into the apex, need to test the 200-day moving average in there at the apex, 3,300. More normal technical moves in this consolidation. These consolidations are nothing new. You go to a Bitcoin risk model, it really represents it, or I should say, it really illustrates it very nicely. So if I refresh the page here on our risk model page and go to Bitcoin, check out Bitcoin right now. You have the exact same consolidation happening for the third time now. So swing high, months of consolidation, swing high, months of consolidation, swing high, months of consolidation. The only difference right now in this consolidation, and it's crazy, Bitcoin's about to maybe fall into the 30s on risk. This has been through quantitative tightening. And I needed to do a full video dissecting our Bitcoin risk model and what it means for this cycle. But that's just one point I wanted to make. You go to ADA right now. Here's ADA. You know what's crazy with ADA? This looks terrible. But you know what? It always seemingly does before there's some type of move, right? We saw it back here in the summer of 2025. We saw it back here in the April tariff fear swing low. We saw it back here, if you remember, this insane consolidation through 2024 leading up to November 2024 breakout. We saw it in the bear market low. It just always seems like the worst before all of a sudden something changes. And it's a volatile journey along the way, right? Boom, 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 boom. Well, here we are right now. We're in one of those kind of times. So even when it comes to ADA and ADA holders, I realize there's not been, even a 10x from the lows, right? I think most people kind of anticipated, all right, 22-cent low. I think by November 2025 or October 2025, I think $2 is doable, 10x. Guess what didn't happen? That didn't happen. And so everybody's frustrated. Everybody's calling the bear market. So many people are just like leaving such nasty comments to just people that are bullish, like me. I'm just bullish, and I'm still bullish on crypto space. And you know what's crazy? If ADA fell even lower, I'd still be bullish on the crypto space. Like, I'm here to build. I'm here as an investor on the long term. And I'm seeing a bigger picture that I think is, worth investing in and taking a risk on. But that's what it is. It's all about managing risk, and that's what I'm trying to do personally. And I encourage all of you to do that as well. I always say none of us know what will happen, but if we're here and we're investing, if we just manage our risk properly to anticipate upside, anticipate going to zero, if we're managing our risk properly, considering both scenarios, then I think that's good. So all that being said, I really like this post. Let the market breathe. Let it do its thing. Shift your focus elsewhere. These are things that I'm doing right now. I didn't want to get too crazy in terms of technical analysis and what's going on, but I'm bullish right now. And just because we're getting this move, and just because we didn't get the bull market breakout again, similar to what happened back here, 2024, we didn't get the parabolic move, just because this consolidation is happening. I think there's reason for it, and I don't think it means it's because we're entering a bear market. That's just my opinion. Wanted to share it with you. Appreciate you cruising through. Hit the subscribe, hit that like if you're not in our intelligence system. Check it out. We have a free trial going on right now still, and would love to have you join our members. Try it out. If you don't like it, just cancel before the trial's over. I'll see you all in the next video. God bless.